effect of amplifier becoming an oscillator is also going to be avoided. So you see in the final expression, you have GD plus J into BD. My resistance is negative and the load is also inductive. So two things I have to do. I have to make my resistance positive and I have to cancel out this inductive behavior. So resistance, if you want to make it positive, I have to add more resistance in series. And if I want to cancel this inductive term JBD, I have to add capacitance to my circuit. So two things is going to be uh, possible here. Inductive susceptance is required to cancel the capacitive susceptance because this feedback will provide oscillation. And one more thing is the negative resistance value should be made positive resistance so that the circuit will never oscillate. So one way to eliminate oscillation is to decrease the value of resistor to make sure that YD value never becomes zero. So ensure that the resistance value never goes below zero. That is one step. And however, if the resistance value is reduced, then it will affect everything. Q is dependent. Q is equal to omega naught L by R. If resistance values change, Q will change. If Q is going to change, bandwidth will change. So hence the method is to make the transistor appear like a unilateral device. Unilateral device means completely eliminate feedback. So for that condition is you have to make YRE equal to 0. This is going to be the feedback term, right? So if you make this YRE equal to 0 or ensure that there is no possibility of producing feedback in your circuit which will generate oscillation, then you can go for this case where the tuned amplifier will be always, it is going to be stable. But making YRE equal to 0 or making the transistor to be a unilateral circuit is it's not practically possible and it has lot of limitations. So for that only, we are going to go for a separate new technique called as neutralization technique. So we are going to go for a neutralization technique which will help us in eliminating the potential oscillations which is possible in a tuned amplifier. So we have studied about how stability of tuned amplifier is affected using Y parameter model, and the solution for this, how to ensure that the tuned amplifiers are going to be always stable, so that is given by the neutralization techniques. We are going to see two types of neutralization techniques where the circuit is provided with additional elements to ensure that the feedback is completely cancelled and the tuned amplifier is going to be always stable under whatever frequency you are going to operate.